Good day, everyone. Welcome to the Big Show. I'm your host, Jerk, and today's video is Kraken 165 in the Tier 7 Tech Tree German cruiser Hipper. I'd say the Kraken itself is of questionable quality, but the final XP is above my average of 2400 something, so I guess it's better than my average game, barely. Though at the end I did feel emotionally impotent, just like after reading the December patch notes. But we'll cover my thoughts and feelings on that later in this video. First, let's get the basics of the Hipper out of the way. Let's see, where are my notes? Oh, right here. It says here, it's the same as the Prinzeugen, but with 6-kilometer torps instead of 8. Alright, and that's it. Oh, let's see. I have Azure Lane camo on mine. Hey. And to make this as different from the Prinzeugen as possible, I've gone with a mostly agile build here, with double rudders and loot gens for all the extra mobility goodness, as you can see here. All that being said, I do really enjoy this ship, but is there a reason to take it out if you have the Prinzeugen? Not really, but that's why I built it out to be as different as possible. As for this match, we're on Tears of the Desert again. But this time, it's a legendary battle, and with that, I guess I should mention my thoughts on all the substantial changes to legendary tier made in this patch. Well, there aren't any, so it's going to be the same joke that it currently is, but I gotta say, I think that joke is getting stale. So to spice it up, Wargaming has introduced 3 more ships you can rent. And how do you rent these? By spending your real-world money. Yep. You'll need 1,500 icebreaker coins to rent one until the 1st of February. How do you get those? By buying Santa crates, or by completing the campaign, which of course, you can pay your way through. But should you play your way through, you can rent it for the remainder of the campaign, but fear not, come the end, they'll go away, and you'll have to earn them again at some future point. But of course, you'll always be able to buy them again with real-world money then too. But wait, there's more. With these icebreaker coins, you can also purchase the premium Tier 7 Russian battleship Lenin. But not outright, no. You're going to need to purchase the entire Massachusetts campaign, complete the new and unimproved ranked season, complete a week worth of challenges, and then spend more money. And should you not be able to complete all those challenges, that's okay. More money, please. Now, I will say, the patch notes practically are broadcasting that the Lenin is not exclusive here, and I imagine it'll most likely become a global XP ship in a few months. Okay, a break from the patch notes and back to the game. Here's a tip to focus on. Don't overextend yourselves. I do it all the time, overestimating my abilities and chasing kills, but at least I'm aware I'm doing it, and of the consequences. But is this Fletcher? Probably not, considering he's acting like a torpedo boat and is now caught in my extended sonar. And props to our blue Fletcher for recognizing that and peppering the red one. And props to the rest of my team who fires at him as well. I didn't use my sonar to save myself here. I used it to get him spotted for my team, and so despite the fact that I don't even have a shot at him, thank the heavens my teammates recognized the situation. But no good deed goes unnoticed, and the foolish Fletcher, rather than moving away from me, comes towards me to try and torp me again. This is why you play every ship and grind out every line, to know every strength and weakness of the ship you're in, and to know the strength and weaknesses of the ships you are up against. And the higher the tier you go, the more punishing your misplays become, both in being blapped, but also the hit to your coin purse with service fees. This just in. I'm receiving news that the service fees of Tier 7 are being lowered to make it even easier for people to play in. Yes, the service fee is dropping to a mere 20,000 more silver than Tier 6, instead of the 50,000 it was before. And if that 30,000 difference is what it takes for someone to make a profit, there are already way too many people playing above their skill level in Tier 7 thanks to the sheer quantity of campaign ships Wargaming has sold, And I guess now we can expect even more players up here. Lots of players wish there was somewhere they could go where skills could actually influence a match, but there just isn't anywhere on Wowzels for that. Not tier 7, certainly not legendary, and you can forget about ranked. I guess this will be good for us old-timey Kraken farmers, as it looks like 2021 could be a bumper crop of a year. It hurts. It actually kind of hurts. But not like this accidental yoink is going to hurt our GK here. Do you want to know where your skill level is? Check your service record and see your average XP earned per game. That's all you need to do. That's going to tell you exactly what tier you should be playing in. And unfortunately, Wargaming has lowered tier 7 down to about 1400 base XP to break even. So what else? Let's see. Battleships. More battleships. 3 more premium tier 7 battleships to be precise. The Massachusetts, the Key, and the Lenin. And you might be saying, Jerk, you've said your most played ship is the Vladivostok, and you said you wanted the Lenin. You like battleships. And yes, you're right. It is my most played ship, and I do want the Lenin. But battleships aren't my most played class. That would be cruisers. And the reason I don't have a cruiser as my most played ship is because I play all of them. I really like how all the tier 7 cruisers have unique roles and unique play styles, and so I jump between all of them. Does tier 7 need more battleships? Don't we already have like 9? Where are the premium destroyers? Is it because Wargaming gave us such a broken ship with the Udachi that they simply don't even want to try and find a way to balance another? And yes, this really is just me whining that I wanted the Bayard. Oh, that ship would be so much fun. Zipping around and knowing everything with HE and burning the world. At least we'll always have HE. Wait, what? You said they're doing what? Oh, well, they must have seen my Cleveland video. Lowering the chance of starting a fire by half when using EOP was all that was needed. Full stop. Why in the world would we buff battleships more than that? Do we really want to remove any skill floor from playing battleships? I gotta say, this whole patch really looks like Wargaming knows they make the money from battleship players, and they're doing everything they can to make it as easy as possible. Highest health pool? Check. Capable of one-shotting any enemy? Check. Magically put out fires or floods when you're an idiot and pop your damage con early? Yes. Let's nerf the cruiser's primary tools of dealing with battleships and drive every player into 2 classes, battleships and destroyers. Then we can appease the battleship players by reducing the number of destroyers per match and eventually get our 9v9 battleship games the vocal minority so desperately want, rather than learn how to play competently. I admit, we haven't even played this patch yet, and here I am dismissing most of the changes that are coming because we fear change. And also because Wargaming catering to lower and lower ability, I fear, is going to drive a certain section of the player base away. And then how am I going to get my 7 million subscribers and be able to retire on Aruba, Jamaica, Bermuda, Bahamas, home of the pretty mamas? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, in the grand scheme, this is nothing compared to what the people over at World of Tanks console are going through. Serenity now! So let's get back to this amazing Kraken game. Look at what a troll I'm being, just getting the butt of my ship on there at the last second to assist in the cap. Shooting this broadside Yamato, I'm really feeling not having Von Muller on here. And I feel like I'm noticing the reduced AP pin values. Or maybe that's just a placebo and I'm aiming too low. And I'll admit, the whole idea of a Kraken hasn't even crossed my mind right now. What's really crossing my mind is I'm shocked that no one's even shot at me. But here's another Yamato I might be able to yoink, but he is sinking and I'm not going to be able to get the shot off. But that's okay. We've got one more mech over here and I'll get the shot off and... yoink! Haha! He's a yoinker! He yoinks ships! He just Yoink's the last kill from anyone! Alright, you guys know that is not my MO. It's just you shoot ships, that's what you do, and sometimes this is just the way the cookie crumbles. That's why, as I mentioned in previous videos, you can't be upset when that happens to you.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
Torpedos direkt voraus!
It's only now that the Kraken hunt begins, and thank Neptune I have an agile build on, because I probably would have been sunk by those torps rather than just taking the one. The Udachi is steering about as well as me and will attempt to hide in his smoke, but come on, buddy. You've just got to accept your fate. And that's going to leave us needing just one more. And what do you know? It's another goddamn Wichita. And of course it's a Udachi and a Wichita over here. But I do like sinking them. Both. And if you look at me, I'm gonna be all hitting the comm wheel. Get back! After I realize I'm at 4 ships sunk. But our friendly Yamato, he goes for the yoink, and I can't blame him. But I am going to snatch it away. And that is going to wrap it up for this video. So yeah, emotionally impotent with this Kraken and with these patch notes. How do you guys feel about them? Tell me in the comments below. Like if you're concerned that this is an unnecessary over-the-top buff to battleships. Dislike if you don't ever want to learn how to play the game. Subscribe if you want, and I'll get back out there and try to put this behind us, and we'll talk soon.